If you were considering a GLP-1 medication such as Wegovy or Ozempic, I want to share my story. I've been on the medication now for 24 hours and my experience has mostly been positive, thankfully. I have chosen the compounded version, which arrived by mail in the evening, and it came with two vials, or in the form of two vials, and I received a number of small syringes, the kind of syringes diabetics would use for insulin administration. It also came with a sheet of paper with instructions that says that I should take 10 units first, my first week, with a meal to prevent nausea. And so I had dinner, gave myself the jab, and the first few hours were actually fine. Nothing odd happening, even if I was like extra paranoid, in those few hours. Now, about 3 hours later, I did start to feel hungry again. And I thought to myself, how can I be hungry when I just had dinner? And isn't this medication supposed to suppress your appetite? Not only was I feeling hungry, but my jaw and temples started to tense the same way I would feel when I'm about to get a headache from being hungry. So I just gave in and had another meal, and that was 11 o'clock at night. Now, through the whole night while I was sleeping, everything was fine, no issues whatsoever. However, I have to point out that my first sleep was actually very, very pleasant. The kind of sleep I felt the last time I took melatonin to help me sleep during the pandemic. Now, normally I wouldn't have a hard time sleeping, but that was a very remarkable kind of sleep. Now, in the morning, I would usually feel hungry, but I wasn't hungry this time. So I skipped breakfast, knowing that I would be taking a protein bar with me to work, which I usually eat at 10 o'clock. Now, at 10 o'clock in the morning, whether I had breakfast or not, I would eventually start feeling hungry for some reason. But this time around, I wasn't hungry at all. But because I wanted to ensure I'm meeting my protein targets per day, every day, I would eat a protein bar at 10 o'clock. So I did eat my protein bar. And at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, normally, whether I had a protein bar or not, I would start feeling hungry and feeling sad because I hadn't had lunch yet. I haven't had lunch because I've decided to eat lunch after work around 3 o'clock because I don't want to eat in school. And we weren't allowed to have lunch breaks outside of school, outside of work. So at 3 o'clock, no lunch, just a protein bar. Surprisingly, I wasn't hungry. Normally, I would start feeling sad, I would start feeling hungry, I would start having cravings, I would start wanting to eat something savory, but none of that at all. No food noise. And I was like, wow, is this really the medication or is it a placebo effect? But whatever, because people might say, oh, Daniel, you're still on a very low dose and you just started, so maybe it's placebo, but it's placebo or not, it's working to my advantage. I'm happy. Now, the plan moving forward is that I want to be on this medication for only 6 months maximum because I'm afraid of the long-term effects that we don't know yet. I also want to avoid muscle loss, hair loss, and osteoporosis because this is what happens when you lose a lot of weight so quickly. But I'm thinking it's not just about the quick weight loss, it's also the lack of nourishment that one is getting when you're not eating. So I promised myself I will meet my daily minimum protein goals. To get that, you would establish your ideal weight in kilograms, convert that to protein in grams, and my protein targets is 64 grams of protein a day at least. And I plan to get that through a bar of protein which has 21 grams in the morning and then 2 scoops of whey protein in a shake at night. Each scoop has 24 grams, so that's a total of 48 grams of protein in the evening. Of course, if I eat meat within the day, then that's extra. That's bonus protein. But at least I am going to meet my daily protein targets. And to further prevent muscle loss and bone loss, I plan to do weight training every single day with the use of dumbbells at home. If I can't make it to the gym, at least I have the dumbbells to do some work out. Now, to wrap it up, why I'm taking this medication is because I have for a long time been wanting to achieve my goal weight, and I've been posting for so long. My BMI currently is at the overweight category, which I've been in like forever. At one point last year, I was type 1 obesity because I overate and I was on vacation, which actually scared me. Now, I may not have any known medical conditions. I am not on any medication, but I do have a family history of diabetes and heart disease, which I want to prevent at all cost. So I think this is one of the ways I can do it. And giving myself a jab every week will remind me that, Daniel, if you don't control your weight, if you don't start healthy habits, you're not going to get this jab only once a week. You're going to get this several times a day. So this is my gift as well as my experiment for myself, because we're not getting any younger. And if you want to come with me in this journey, please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you've got any thoughts, any feedbacks, I'd love to hear them on the comments down below. If you're on this medication and you've got any other tips and advice, I'd love to hear them too. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.